Happy Sunday. Hi, Janet. Hi, Theo. Hi, Barbara. I got Katrina on here.
It's me, live and direct.
Do you see the comments, Katrina?
Yeah,
Or
I do.
no? Okay, you can. Okay.
Happy Sunday.
This is the one and only Katrina.
That's me.
Yes. All right. I'm
So
gonna let a
excited.
little few more people come in.
Let's do it.
Janet, how was your week?
Hi, Janet. I love that she's always like the first one on. She's like,
Always.
hey, I'm here. I love it.
Always the first one. I love it.
We love consistency. Hmm.
I had a good week too. This week felt pretty. I don't know. Was it short? Was it long? I don't even know. Like the weeks intertwined. We're already into mid July.
Yeah, I feel like it was a pretty steadily busy week.
Yeah, too
Yeah,
fast, right, Janet? I think so too. It's just crazy.
I agree.
It's just like where is just the time going now? The kids, like I said last week, the kids start school in just a few weeks.
Yeah, we're literally mid-July right now.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, it's going to be August.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. Summer is flying. It absolutely is.
It sure is.
Do you have any big plans, Janet?
What you making for dinner, Alexis?
I'm not. Vic is cooking.
Okay, what's Vic cooking for dinner?
Huh? Vic is making chicken parm.
Yum.
Yeah. No plans yet. Oh no, we just started summer break. Go back to school. Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for joining every week. You guys know that I absolutely love it. Love you guys. So this is Katrina, who she has started off as my executive assistant, and we're gonna talk about her evolution from assistant to agent. Super excited for her. Um, so this live is going to be about new chapter for Katrina and Evolve Estates Group, new market, right, and new value. So Katrina, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
So, where do we begin? I am born and raised in New York. So, my fellow New Yorkers, I get it. I get why we left and we're here. I get it. I've been in Florida for about 4 years now. Wow. Time is
Mm.
just flying. I have an extensive background in retail. So, I was in retail for over 10 years, managing stores in New York City. So, talking to people and that personal aspect of just meeting people has always just been my vibe. It's just I'm literally a natural chatterbox, so I can talk to anyone and get the vibes going. So
Mhm.
we made the journey to Florida for some peace for our daughter, just to give her a new life and experience the beautifulness that Florida has to offer. We started actually in the downtown Tampa area. Then we moved to Riverview for about 3 years. And now we are in Wesley Chapel. And I love it. I absolutely love Wesley Chapel. My journey in real estate started about a year and a half ago, Alexis. We've been together.
Mhm.
We've been together a year now.
Yeah. So why would you say you started in real estate as an admin? Because it's like from support to spotlight now. I love it.
Well, initially, when I was just kind of looking for things, I was a stay at home mom primarily for the first almost 4 years of my daughter's existence. And I put work on hold, I put career on hold and everything just so I can be fully tapped into mom life. Um, and that was beautiful and that was great, but I knew that she was starting pre-K soon. So I wanted to just get back out there and also be at home and available for her. And I had posted something, and me and Alexis, we go back. We have our families, our family, and you know what, Alexis, we'll touch base on that after 6 degrees of separation, how we were meant to be in each other's life. We'll put
Mhm.
a pin in that. So she wrote to me and she was like, "Are you still looking for something? I might have an opportunity." We hopped on a Zoom. I feel like we fell in love at that point. Like it was just the connection was just we looked at each other, we were like, yeah, yeah, let's just do this. So
Remember we were doing like a remember we was like, "Oh, we're gonna do a 30 or 60-day trial," and
we
we didn't
really laughed.
do
We were like LOL together forever. But I had so much respect for Alexis, and just everything that she is as a person, to just be a mom of six, to be fully tapped into her business, and that was just amazing and so inspiring to me. So she was like, "All right, start this with me, see how you feel, etc." Fell in love with it, fell in love with her, and just being a support system for her, um,
that.
and her being a support system for me, and we just honestly locked in. And then it was probably, I'm gonna say, like 4 or 5 months in, and she was like, "Okay, when are you getting licensed? Like
Mhm.
enough. Okay, like this is easy for you. You need to get your license. You need to be tapped in, etc." So I thought about it. I wasn't really hesitant at first, but I knew that it wasn't my time, if that makes any sense. So there was other things that I needed to focus on. So I poured my focus into work, myself, and life.
Mhm.
And when the time came, Alexis was like, "All right, that's it. We are going to change your perspective, change your mind, open up your world to the opportunities that this journey can bring you." And Cabo just, I already knew that I was going to get my license. We had already discussed a plan. I knew that when I came back from Cabo, I was going to take the class. We had already set all of that in motion. Now, when we went to Cabo, it was just a completely different experience. Feeling the culture of EXP, of the
Of
Alliance
course.
Group, of the broker, like just the feeling the culture and the support. I was an outsider. I was, an admin at that time. Nobody knew me. I wasn't a part of the group directly in that moment, but I felt so warm and welcomed. And I felt just like, oh, this is my calling. Like, I feel like everybody is put into your life for a reason, and I feel like Alexis was put into my life to help me change the trajectory of my future. Um, and then I just fell in love with it and started my classes shortly after, studied really hard to get my license. And then here we
Yeah, so you skipped over Amethyst. You said her briefly. So guys, oh my gosh,
are.
Katrina
She
has an amazing 5-year-old daughter.
is
She
absolutely amazing. Yes.
she's the sweetest girl, but she's so bubbly, just like Katrina, and she's the life of the party. Her name is Amethyst, and she is just oh my gosh,
I
she's
say she has
amazing.
her dad's face and my personality.
Oh yeah.
She has like the perfect mixture of us both. And I was really intentional about being a mom. It was something that I've always wanted and I've always dreamed of. And when I got that privilege to be a mom, I tapped fully in. And me and my partner, her dad, we fully decided, okay, you know what? If this is what you want to do, you want to be home with her, I support you. Let's just do it and we'll just be the best parents ever. So I really poured into her. Her name is Amethyst for a special reason. I spent 2 years developing myself and meditating and just focusing on my energy and pouring out, good energy into the world. And
Mhm.
I used to meditate with amethyst crystals. My birthstone is also amethyst. And when we found out that we were having a girl, which I knew in my soul I was having a girl, but that's another story. Um, I just kept seeing all the amethyst crystals, it just kept sticking into my mind. It just felt so correct because she was my peace. She was, that growth that I needed in my life. And then she loves it. She says it. She says, "I'm a crystal." Like,
I
but
love that.
she is 5 going on about 16.
Oh
She's
yeah.
a
Yeah.
giant personality.
Oh my gosh, she has a big personality, that girl.
She is so funny. She's so smart. She has such a great vocabulary, and she's so like emotionally mature, which is
Mhm.
crazy to say for a 5-year-old. I remember I was just saying this story recently. She was like 1.5, like 2 years old. And I feel like me and her father feel like she's been speaking since she came out the womb, right? She walked early. By her first birthday, she was talking, she was walking. By second birthday, it was full sentences. So she was like about a year and a half, and she goes to me, "I need personal space." I'm sorry, what, ma'am? I need personal space. Okay, I respect that. Like, so she is very aware of her emotions, and she's so sweet. She sees Alexis, and she's like, "I just love you this much," and
Yeah,
she loves the girls, and she calls them her besties, and they're her cousins, and it's such a great feeling.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you have, you have you have a kid, and what would you say as far as the best places in the Tampa Bay, Wesley Chapel area is to explore with children?
Okay, so in Tampa, we loved Armature Works and Sparkman Wharf. That was in like downtown Tampa area. Armature Works and River Walk there on the pier. You get to like see the water. They do events. They do carnivals. They do night markets. It's really good for food. They have outdoor activities for the kids. You can go bike riding there. Sparkman as well. They have activities. They do the most amazing Christmas events. It is just fantastic. They put fake snow. It's kind of cool outside. They do concerts. So it's really fun in that area in downtown Tampa. And then Wesley Chapel,
Wesley Chapel is, I feel like, is a little hidden gem.
underrated.
Yeah, it really is. When I went over there, I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is super cute," and there's a
It's what
lot of things to do.
it's what gets you, right? Like you come over here and you're like, wait, what? This is over here? What? So they have not too far from me in Wesley Chapel is the Crate. So it's the Crate at the Grove, and it is just a strip of containers, and it's about 3 or 4 rows of containers, and they decorated it really nice. They have a concert space, they have a playground, they do markets as well. It's also connected to like a shopping plaza. So you have all your good stores. You have TJ Maxx, you have Old Navy, you have Beals, you have Best Buy, you have like all the good stores that you need, and they're opening a Target.
Yes, we love Target.
So everything is just packed into one. For me personally, I feel more connected to Wesley Chapel
Mm.
because I feel like being coming from New York, Riverview was maybe a little calm for me, and like the Tampa area was just a little calm for me. I wanted just some liveliness, I wanted something really close, but also fun, filled with a lot of culture, a lot of good restaurants, a lot of activities for the kids and stuff like that. So Wesley Chapel, everything is kind of really close. And I love that. And they're opening soon. They're in the works of creating like another outdoor space, like restaurants and like a small plaza. And they just have so many different areas where you could just
I
vibe.
love that. Yeah, when we went over there, so they have a whole bunch of different like restaurants in these containers, and we've tried quite a few of them so far. So we've eaten at one of the I want to say it was a Puerto Rican spot. We had some tacos too. Oh yeah, you had the Puerto Rican spot. We had tacos,
Capurias. Oh my
acapurias, yeah, and there was
bodega.
huh?
The bodega with the chopped cheese.
Yeah, with chopped cheese,
They got a Jamaican place with beef patties.
with
They have
coconut
this,
bread.
oh my God, with the coconut bread. They have this French fry place that is one of my favorites in the crates. They're so crunchy and they just have so many different flavors.
Oh yeah, and they have it's called paleta mia, and it's
Oh,
basically where you have a waffle on a stick, guys, fresh waffle on a
fresh.
stick,
Mhm.
and then you could put whatever toppings on it. So my cousin introduced me to the waffle on the stick with condensed milk. I've never ever had waffle and condensed milk, change life changer, with some crushed Oreos, guys. It was amazing, amazing. I think I would drive an hour and a half just to go and get that.
And see me.
And see you, of course. But tell them about so we went to Colombia in January, and I fell in love with like the Colombian breakfast.
Oh my goodness.
Katrina actually found like a spot, a Colombian spot in Wesley Chapel that does the breakfast, and she said
Oh,
it was really
so
good.
good.
What was it
Yes.
called?
Um, hold on. I have to get the name of that. I don't know it off the top of my head. But Alexis was obsessed with the beans
Oh
from
yeah.
from that particular restaurant. But we used to have the best Colombian breakfasts out there, and the pan de bonos and the buñuelos. Like it's called LPX Cafe.
Ah.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Do we have anybody from Colombia on here? Let me know. Let me know. So yeah, I think what was the breakfast called?
so
Calentado.
calentado, yes, because it was like the leftovers from the next day, and they put it for breakfast.
Hmm. It was so good.
Alexis is the type of person that if she loves
Oh my
something,
god.
like she said, she will drive an hour and a half to go get something if it is that good. So when we got back to Florida and she was thinking about those beans so heavily, I Googled to see if we had that place in Florida, and it's in Miami. So we have an event in Miami in October, September, when's
October.
October. So I already know we're gonna go over there and get some of those beans because she was
We
obsessed.
gotta go. We gotta go. So guys, funny story about Katrina and myself, right? So could we're like tied in a
Degrees away from each other our whole life.
yeah, so her family, her grandmother and my grandmother are really good friends. I
Mhm.
knew her cousins before I knew Katrina, and it
Mhm.
just so happens to be that her partner is my cousin,
Mhm.
right? So the way it just everything worked together, it's so crazy. But I knew of Katrina
Wait,
like
and we had friends in high school together.
yes.
Uh-huh.
We had like we knew the same people, we knew some of the same people. So it's
Yeah.
just so crazy how life works where, you I don't think we were meant to know each other or have a good like a tight relationship in our younger years.
Mhm.
Right? I think like this is perfect timing.
And I also feel like having meaningful relationships as an adult means more than
Oh yeah,
having relationships
absolutely.
in high school. And not saying that you can't be friends with still from people from high school. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it can be a little bit more difficult to be as vulnerable, as open with someone in your adult years. So
Mhm.
I just felt like our growth as like soulmates and soul ties was just so natural, and like it wasn't forced. It wasn't like it was just me and you every day talking and just vibing. And then I feel like it's also hard to travel with someone, right?
Oh
Or to be
yeah. Guys,
one.
okay. Can you put in the comments? Have you ever traveled like with another couple and you were like, oh my gosh, never again? Like,
Uh,
because it's hard traveling with
hard.
people, right? Because if you're the person who's like has a schedule and you're like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 6 in the morning and then by 8 we're out because we have something scheduled at 9 o'clock and all of that other stuff. Can you like what type of traveler are you, right? So Katrina and her partner, who's actually my cousin, like I said, and then Vic and I, we've already went to
Few
Colombia
times,
together.
yeah.
We went to Mexico together. And
Me and you went to Savannah.
yes,
Uh-huh.
we are very we just like go with the flow type of thing. Like yes, there's some things that are non-negotiable for me. Like if I'm really want a certain, I don't know, restaurant or
Food
something
or
like
something.
that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but we're pretty much go with the flow. But have you guys ever been with um Janice said, I don't know if I can travel with other people. I'm telling you, it depends.
Hard.
Or if they're fighting all the time, or it's like,
Yes. And you know what? It got to the point where I feel like we're so great together that the guys went off and me and Alexis were like, okay, bye. And we did our thing and they did their thing. And there was never any pressure. There was never any, oh my God, we have to be here at this time, or everything just flowed so nicely.
uh-huh,
Our vibes just vibe. Diana said,
absolutely.
nice Wesley Chapel. We're thinking Riverview as well, but I hear Wesley Chapel is very nice. I say if you are a former New Yorker, like you said you are, try Wesley Chapel first. Just walk around, come tour it, hit me up, let's chat, experience the crates, experience the food, the community, and it's a little bit different than Riverview.
So what did you think about Riverview? Because you lived in Riverview.
Yeah, I lived in Riverview for about 3.5 years. It was a nice area. Okay. I lived a little bit further from the highway. So I lived about 23 minutes into Riverview. So I was pretty deep into Riverview. The community that I lived in was absolutely beautiful. They had great amenities. They had three pools. They were building another one. It's really beautiful. They had bike trails. I loved that part. I didn't like that I was so far away from everything. That's
Mm.
what I really didn't like. They had an elementary school in the community. They had like a pre-K kindergarten in the community, daycare. They were building a high school, they said. So the area itself that I was in was absolutely amazing. I loved the home. The block was nice. It didn't have enough culture for me. We
Mm.
had to drive and it wasn't a bad drive, especially if you're from New York. You drive to Brooklyn, you drive to the city. That's no big deal. But we had to drive like 20-25 minutes to like Armature Works, to Sparkman. When we first moved to Florida, we took a short lease and we were in Channel Club. So we were in downtown Tampa. So we were in the middle of everything. It was giving like Williamsburg, Brooklyn. It was giving like things like that. So that was a vibe. But then, it's a little bit more expensive to rent over there. So we decided to go a little bit further into Riverview. But Wesley Chapel, once I came over here,
You love Wesley Chapel.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Wesley Chapel is definitely a place to explore. Also, tell them a little bit about Hyde Park. What is Hyde
Oh
Park?
my
What does
goodness.
Hyde Park have to offer?
First of all, even if you're in Wesley Chapel, you're still very close to Tampa. So I'm only 28 minutes away from Tampa, so it's under 30 minutes. It's not a big deal. Hyde Park, I can get to Hyde Park in literally 23 minutes. So it's not 22 minutes, not a big deal. But Hyde Park, oh my goodness, it is beautiful. Like think of the most beautiful like homes on the same block. Like they're not cookie cutter, they're kind of
They're
close to each
not.
other. They have like the long steps that you walk up. It's giving very like Victorian, modern. It's the restaurants over there are delicious. They have so many activities. They
Can
do
I
really
say something real quick? So Vic and I had a. Why are you laughing at me? Listen to me. Vic and I had a
the event.
event in Hyde Park, guys, right? And I was so mad because they have, what is it called again? The taco place?
Oh, bar taco.
Bar Taco. Okay. So Bar Taco, they have one in Orlando, right in the Dr. Phillips area, but they have one there too. And after our event, the time was just too close because it was gonna take me about an hour and a half to get home. And we had to pick up the kids from summer camp. I was so mad because I was like, I want to go to Bar Taco.
Those tacos, that pork belly taco will get me every single time. And Mitch already knows. I look at him and he's like, "You want like five of them, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, like five of them." Like to myself, give me some of them. They're so delicious. Honestly, my
Yeah, and it's like the Hyde Park gives me it just gives me such a just you could walk around. It gives me a winter, if you guys know, or the Orlando area, it gives me like a winter park feel, where you have like the really nice boutique restaurants and coffee shops. And What's that place that has the best chocolate chip cookies? And if you guys know that I love chocolate chip cookies, all right?
Meat market. Meat
Meat market.
market. First of all, the food, they're known for their steaks, their meats, their lamb chops and things like that. And it's absolutely delicious. Like everything on that strip is amazing. But their chocolate chip cookies, out of this world. They make them fresh. They are literally like the size of my head. They're so thick and like you break them apart and it's just like heaven.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing. And they do cinnamon buns too, just so you know.
Oh, I love cinnamon buns. Hey guys, what can we do? Because I already see Vic is trying to make chicken parm, and the batter is just crumbling apart. It's not staying together. What
The
can we
chicken
do
needs to be
to
dry. The chicken needs to be a little bit more dry. Is he basting it in egg first?
what are you doing, babe? He's in basting in eggs first.
Okay.
Basting in eggs first.
You know what you can do, Vic? Instead of using flour app or using breadcrumbs, which one?
You using flour or breadcrumbs? I'm using breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. I think you need some flour.
Yeah.
Like I
Or
think
cornstarch.
I think you could do when you make chicken cutlets. I think you, if I'm not mistaken, no, because if you put the chicken in the flour first and then the egg and then the
You could.
maybe
You could do that. You could put flour, egg, and then flour again.
flour, egg, and then maybe the breadcrumb.
The
Guys,
chicken.
I have a lot of New Yorkers up here. Can you guys help me? How do I make chicken cutlets where it's not the batter is not crumbly? You ran out of breadcrumbs? Yeah. How do you make
Flour, cornstarch.
yeah, you're gonna have to make some, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the meat market is the best chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, amazing. And then they have like a pizzeria. Oh, I can't think of the name right now. They
I saw the pizzeria.
Oh my God, their pizza is so good and
I
it
don't know, cause you know us New Yorkers how we feel about
okay.
pizza.
I'm gonna tell you what it tastes like. Spumoni Gardens.
I don't know what that is.
It's when they revert. Okay, so it's cheese and then sauce. It's like they only do squares. They don't do slices in Spumoni Gardens in New York.
Uh huh.
L&B's, L&B's. Remember L&B's?
Mm.
What? You've been away from New York too long. You need some
I've
L&B's.
been away, guys. I've been okay. See, everybody
No
say
L&B's.
see flour, knock off the excess, egg wash, then breadcrumbs.
hmm
So just do if you don't have more breadcrumbs, just do the flour and then the egg. Thank you guys.
Diana said, I'm appreciating all this Tampa info right now.
Oh boy, you can crush crackers to use in place of breadcrumbs as quick as. Oh yeah, okay.
See, Karen knows Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn. Yup.
Karen knows. Okay, okay. So tell me about Spumoni. I've never heard that. Oh my gosh, am I a New Yorker?
L&B's is like a staple. They had like the oldest family recipe. It was like secret, a whole conspiracy behind that. But they only do squares. They only do like square pies, right? And it's like this thick.
They said they call Sicilian slices.
Relax, okay? Simmer down. Make your chicken cutlets. But they do like the cheese is kind of in the dough itself,
Mm.
and then they put just the sauce on top with a little like parsley or basil. It is delicious. So that is very similar to the restaurant in Hyde Park.
I love that. Hold on. So Gregorio said once I asked the question if a new home could be purchased on contingency, your answer was it had to be under contract. Yeah, I've heard you mention that you have told told contractor of new construction that. So a lot of these builders won't accept a contingency until your house is under contract. Like a lot of these builders are not accepting contingencies unless your house is under contract. So if your house is listed but it's not under contract, they won't accept it. I've had a few of them already with different builders where they're like, we won't accept a contingency to sell, which basically means you have your house listed but it's not under contract. They only accept contingencies if your house is already under contract. Janice said, did you grow up in Brooklyn, Katrina?
I sure did. I grew up in Brooklyn primarily most of my life, and then we moved to Staten Island. And then I was in Staten Island for like, you know, I'm gonna say like 15 years,
Mm.
like around 15 years. But Brooklyn always has my heart. I used to do dance classes in Brooklyn. So I did salsa, flamenco, I did tap, jazz, ballet, all of the things. So I was dancing like 6 days a week. So I would hop on the bus, seventh and eighth grade, straight to Brooklyn, back to Brooklyn, because we had just moved to Staten Island, and Staten Island and Brooklyn are
They're very different. Yeah.
one
You
world.
You want to know something? So it's so crazy. So when I used to live on the island, and before I even met Vic, and before I even had Aiden, I okay. So truth be told, and nobody probably knows this, is that I did ROTC for 4 years, right? And my plan was to join the Navy after high school, but I wanted to go to a college. I wanted to go to a college that had ROTC so that I could join the Navy as an officer. It just so happens to be that I was maybe like 10 pounds overweight, so I didn't qualify for that specific scholarship. So financial aid, they said my mom made too much money and my mom wouldn't like sign off on any loans or anything like that, right? So that was just okay. I didn't want to enlist.
Mhm.
I really wanted to be an officer. So I went. I registered for some classes at Kingsborough.
Mm.
And if from Staten Island to Kingsborough, if you're driving in a car, it's only like 20 minutes, no
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, yeah.
But my mom would not let me take the car or nothing. So you know what I had to do? I would
Ooh,
have
that
to take
vibe.
the bus. Oh my gosh. I would have to take the 78 or the 79, right? No, no, no. Hold up. If you guys are from New York or Staten Island, so I lived in New York at that time. So I either would have to take the 76 to Highland Boulevard
Mhm.
or walk to Highland Boulevard, take the 78 or the 79, get off in South Beach to take the 53 to get to
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. And then from Brooklyn, I would have to take the train. And
Oh,
then from the train, I would have to take the bus.
oh,
It literally took me like 2 hours.
no. I went to Kingsborough too. That ride is
It's brutal.
crazy.
Brutal, brutal, brutal. Hold on. But Gregorio said, but I've heard you mention that you have told contractors that in order for purchase to be completed, buyer must sell. I'm not understanding. So if you can kind of um elaborate on that a little bit so that I could help you. If your house, if you need to sell your house in order to buy a new house or buy a house, a lot of the builders do not accept contingencies if you just list it. It has to be under contract. And even resale too. A lot of sellers are not going to accept the house a contingency to sell your house if it's just listed and not under contract, because that's too much of a risk. You don't know when the house is going to go under contract and things like that, right? So you have a solid base if your house is under contract. Now, for example, Kalesa Township does a thing a little different, because if you're building from the ground up, they don't necessarily do a contingency because they give you basically enough time to sell your house.
Mhm.
Raymond said, "Do you do short sales? What is your opinion of them?" I haven't done much short sales, to be very honest with you. I've seen a lot of short sales come on the market, right? Because unfortunately, where we're at in the economy, and they can no longer, afford their mortgage. I've seen that. I've also seen where there's some lenders or even builders who offer an arm, like a 5-1 arm, and it just so happens to be where the interest rates are now, they have an adjustable mortgage interest rate, and where interest rates are right now, it takes them out and they can no longer afford the house. So I've seen a lot of people lose their houses because of that. JP said, so it's a good idea to sell your house, then short term rental, you find something, right? So it depends, right? if you are along for the ride, it's stressful. It is very, very stressful to sell your house and buy it at the same time. It's not impossible. We do it all the time, but it's very, very stressful, right? Because everything has to align. Because if one thing doesn't go right, it's a domino effect, right? So for example, I have one of my clients, he is actually going to rent his house in order to buy the house, right? So he's going to rent his current house in order to buy a house. And then after that, after he rents and blah, 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 he's going to sell that house. He just doesn't want to, it really is stressful trying to sell and buy. We have one, unfortunately, it's just, and I've said it before, we have this one transaction where it's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare because we had to sell my client's house in order for them to buy a new house. And then with that house that they're selling, the buyers are have, oh man, from being told that they have a they didn't know that they were co-signed on another loan and all this other stuff. So we had to have a lot of different things, a lot of different extensions and things like that. So yes, you see what I mean in the sense of, even if the buyers, you're relying on the buyers to close on the house so that you could buy a house. It could be very stressful. So I have one client that I met this weekend. She is going to most likely build from the ground up, I think, but she wants to sell her house and then she'll do a short-term rental, like 2 to 3 months until the house is done, because it can be stressful.
Mm-hmm. Smells good.
Raven said it does smell good, but I'm a little afraid of
Ooh,
the frying, that my hair is gonna smell like chicken, and I just got it washed too.
ooh, I felt that.
Raymond, thanks Alexis. There's a nice pool home on the land for 500,000. That's a short sale. It's been on the market forever. Yeah, I wonder. A lot of the times when a house is on the market forever, it's not necessarily because it's a short sale. It could just be because it came on the market too high, right? It could be that there's possibly solar panels that the seller is asking the buyer to take over, right? So there's always something that's going on.
Look at Rocket.
Oh yeah. Hi, Wit.
Hey, Wait.
He got a haircut, and he don't know.
Oh, look at that fancy boy.
You see him?
He's literally the baby.
Oh yeah, he's my
He
baby.
was the star of the video. We thought Vic would be the star of the video, the
Yeah,
video that you posted, but
yeah. He's
on the
look.
show.
He got he
Oh,
got a cute little haircut. My golden retriever got a haircut too, and he don't got hair now.
oh.
So Katrina, what would you say are some lessons that you learned watching me work with everyone, with all of our clients?
um. Okay, let's get into it. I have been through it all this last year and a half, and we've had some amazing um, clients. We've had some difficult clients. We've had some amazing agents that we worked with. We've had some difficult agents that we work with. What I can say that I've learned from Alexis is that the people who are for you will find you,
Oh
and the
yeah.
people who know your worth will always treat you as such. And to never let anybody diminish your value and what they think that you're worth, because the amount of effort that she puts into every single transaction that she has, it doesn't even matter how many she has under contract. She's involved in every single one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely put a lot into perspective on the amount of work and the effort that it takes to really build a successful business, and that it's possible, right? Because I feel like with the right support system, with the right processes in play, and just the right team, the right just vision overall, I feel like you taught me that you can really accomplish anything. And Alexis, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you, she is the type of person, if she says she's gonna do something, she can have an idea in the morning and she will get everything that she needs for that idea by the night. She's already like, okay, so when can we start? When can we get it done? When is it happening? So she's very much that person and has taught me that if you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. You have to just put your all into it. If you fail, you fail. If you succeed, that's amazing. But you don't know until you really put yourself out there and try.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like we always fail forward, right? And I've said it multiple times. We're not perfect. We're human, so there's things that happen. I almost threw up because we're going through. We have a new software system that basically is going to give like our clients a portal so that they could see everything in real time, right? They have access to all of their documents in one place and things like that. So for some reason there was an error and my client got oh my gosh, they got an automated email saying, "Congratulations, you're under contract." And my seller calls me and he's like, "Wait, we're under contract? Oh my gosh." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "I just received your email." And I'm like, no, I was like, "I will never accept an offer on your behalf. We have to talk about it to see if you want to accept an offer." I was like, "I'm so sorry." And I felt so bad. And I was like, this is I only, there's people who get upset, right? But it was a pure mistake, right? And just some things are just not in our control. Like we try to leverage technology and it doesn't always work the way it should work, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling Katrina, I was like, there's I've attracted some people, and I'm just like, how did I attract that type of person, right? They're just like super mean, not graceful, right? Or it's just like, holy crap. But then I've had the majority of my clients are amazing, amazing,
I
amazing.
agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
the majority of my clients are amazing. There have been some where it's just like, okay, I honestly, I never want to talk to this person ever again because they're just so mean.
Me.
Um, mean, yeah. And sometimes I really have to put people in their place because they feel like they could talk to Katrina any type of way.
And
I
I'm
got
so bubbly. I'm like,
yeah,
hey, Bobby States Group, Katrina speaking. And they are so rude to me sometimes. They're like,
some
I want to
people,
talk to Alexis. I'm like, okay, well, you have to talk to me first before you talk to Alexis. Hold on.
yeah, they're
Tell that Alexis.
Yeah, and I'm just that's unacceptable and that's a non-negotiable. Like we will not work with anyone who's just right off the bat that they're just super mean and disrespectful.
Aggressive.
I
Yeah.
don't care. That's not what we're gonna do because we treat each other fairly and nice.
Yeah, and I there's not one time that I've ever seen you be mean to a client. So for like just people that we're not even under contract with, we don't even they have no stress going on in their life with us, and they're just rude and nasty to us, but they want to do business with
Yeah.
the United States group. That's crazy.
No, thank you. That's
And I'm
not
just like, okay, bye.
because imagine how horrible that transaction would be. Guys, let me tell you a quick story. And I was really hard on myself. I was hard on my team when this happened. So I had someone who reached out to me via email, but the email went into spam because they used their work email to email me and it went into spam in my inbox, right? So I didn't get to it in time. So when I think he had called us or sent us a message somewhere or whatever. He was like, "Oh, I sent you guys an email." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what?" So I checked the spam folder and long and behold, it was there. So I was, I got on my team. I was like, "You guys got to be checking my spam and all this other stuff." But so he was like, he actually went under contract already. So, oh, that was a dagger for me too, because I was like, oh my gosh, we just, we missed this, right? So he was like, but I'm building from the ground up and I need a rental. So I just so happened to have a rental in Ocala because one of my investors bought a townhome, right? So I got him scheduled for it to go see it, and the address took him to the wrong place. And oh my gosh, how disrespectful he was because he got lost. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You are upset for something that I cannot control. If the GPS took you somewhere else, I apologize, but that's not my fault. But come on, my agent is gonna meet you wherever you at to take you to the house. No, I no longer want to see the house. Oh, okay.
Well, within 3 minutes, like
Oh,
it
within
happened
3 minutes.
quick.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. That's why I didn't see that email. That's
Yes.
why I didn't see that email, because imagine what I would have, what we would have went through with that person being under contract. No, thank you. I was like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and that's the reason why I did not see that in my inbox. None
I,
of us saw it.
I'm a big believer in that, that everything happens the way that it's meant to.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, hi, Gilbert.
Hi, Gilbert.
Oh, Kakia is on. Oh, Kakia, you know
Oh,
what? Kakia asked me for
no,
some information and I did not get it to her. You see what I mean? I'm sorry, Kakia. She asked me about something and I didn't get it for her. I just reminded myself now. I am sorry.
you need to remind her sometimes. She got a lot on her plate, okay?
Yeah, I do. I do. Um, Karen said God was protecting you and your team from all that negativity. Absolutely. And I tell you, I was so hard on myself, and I'm like, I missed that, right? I missed that, and I'm like, no, 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 no. You don't miss anything that's not meant for you.
Or
And
what about
Katrina be having to put me in check sometimes, and I'm like, okay, you're right.
yeah, I do. And you know what? I feel like when you're supposed to be busy, active, and on the move, that's what's going to be for you. When you need a moment to just chill, regroup, calm down, that's what's going to happen for you. So
Mhm.
there'll be times where Alexis, she'll still have things under contract, she'll be active and things are in motion, but she's like, hold on, nobody's called me in 1 week. I'm like, well, maybe because you need a break. You have
Yes.
6 kids, 8 dogs at the
But
time.
do you know, guys, the stress I feel for I have everybody depends on me,
Yes.
right? Like I have a lot of weight on my shoulders. So I have 6 kids to feed, right? But then I basically feed Katrina, right? I
Mhm.
feed my other staff members because they have families to feed and all that other stuff. So it gets super like stressful sometimes and overwhelming. Sometimes I can't sleep because I want to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do, because it's not just about me either, right? It's about my kids, it's about my husband, it's about Katrina and her family, it's about my other staff and their family, right? Like I
Mhm.
can't let us down, right?
I feel
So
like that's another reason I was put into your life. If that makes
mhm.
if that makes any sense. Like aside from work, I feel like for more personal to kind of just calm you down a little bit, like be that support system for you, like tell you everything's gonna be okay. And long behold, everything works out the way that it's supposed to. I'm strong with that mentality that every single thing is going to happen for you the way that it's meant to. So let me hug you.
Yes. Yeah, that's my you
My
know
girl.
you guys know my story, right? That I don't have a relationship with my mother. I don't have a relationship with my father. I don't really have a relationship with my family, right? The only one I talk to and I cared for her, or I still care for her, is my grandma, right? She had cancer. She was living with us and all of that stuff, right? So I grew up very fast, right? I had a family at a young age. I was pregnant at 18. I had my first son, and then life just went very fast for me. So I don't really talk to childhood friends or anything like that, right? So I'm super grateful for Katrina because she is that person that I've asked for.
Hmm.
Um,
Don't make me cry on live.
no, I'm so serious, right? And I'm super blessed, and that's why I say like I'm so blessed to have her in my life as an adult, because for me the relationship is just so much more meaningful. Like I
I,
understand how
I,
important like having someone like her in my life is, right? And so I'm just super blessed, and that's what I always say about Vic too. You guys know my story. I've said it before, and I always tell Vic, I was like, I'll live the life I've lived 100 times, right? I'll go through whatever I had to have went through if it leads me back to him, right? And that's how I feel about he's so silly.
cry.
But I feel the same way about you, Katrina. It's just like, I've had a lot of friendships that weren't really
Yes,
friendships, right? And I remember, oh my gosh, guys, you're not gonna believe this, and I would never forget this because I'm a Pisces. I don't forget nothing. But let me
same.
tell you. I had a friend, right? And I had my first son, and she goes so my friends came to my mom's house at that time, right? And I was on her phone, we were looking at stuff, and I see a text message come through, right? And it's her cousin, and her cousin's like, "Oh, is Alexis still fat?" And then my friend replies and she's like, "Yeah, LOL." And I'm like, "Oh wow." I'm like, "That's a friend?"
Nope.
What?
Nah. I don't
I'm
play that.
like,
I don't
"Oh
play that fake friend nonsense.
no, 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 no." And I was just like, "Okay, right." So I've
Yes.
never really, people who I thought were my friends or things like that. So like I said, as an adult, I'm just super grateful.
It is more meaningful.
It is more meaningful, absolutely. So Phil said things happen for a reason. Absolutely. Phil, did you change your picture, your icon picture? Raymond said, "Yeah, but when you work with extreme wealthy, with the extreme wealthy, they're rude, but you're flipping $10 million homes, so you have to put up with them treating you like less." I
Mm,
don't care how much the home is. No money is worth anybody treating me or my staff a certain way. And at the end of the day, I'm also going to put you in your place because yes, I am a business owner. However, I'm a human as well, and I deserve respect if I'm giving respect out, right? So, I'm not shy to put anybody in their place if they're out of line.
remember when they yelled at me?
Yeah, I'm telling you, we've had instances where just people are super rude, and I'm just like, no, absolutely not. Gregorio said, "I contacted Katrina on one occasion, made her laugh because I told her I was a New Yorker and was 100% Puerto Rican. You always say you're 50%, but that's okay because it wasn't your fault."
Oh yes, I remember. I remember.
Wit said, "Right, Alexis, we got a lot on our necks. We sure do. It's not it's a lot. It's a
It's
lot." Diana said, "You have a very positive vibe. Things happen for a reason." Phil said, "Yes." Okay, Phil, I knew you. But what is that? What icon is that? It looks like somebody from a comic book. Is
no,
that Wolverine?
no, it's not.
Phil said, "People are asses. They are."
That's true. He said, Raymond said, I own the limo company. The longer the driveway, the shorter the tip. I felt
I felt that. Raymond, you got Vic laughing over here. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Okay, so you guys are gonna start seeing Katrina on YouTube, on my YouTube. I'm gonna be in the videos, the first few videos with her. And she's like I mentioned, she's covering like that Tampa Bay, Wesley Chapel area. So you guys gonna see what that area has to offer. I'm super excited to do that. I kind of want to mix some lifestyle into that so that we can just show them what these places have to offer because it's definite. I feel like these areas are a lifestyle.
Yes, I agree. And I actually just started my Realtor Instagram, Evolve with Katrina, where I
Yeah,
will show you everything that Tampa, Wesley Chapel, and the surrounding areas have to offer, and just give you a little insider tip. Let's look at some homes, but let's look at the areas as well. Because if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you, and we're gonna be on the journey together.
absolutely. And I would never have someone on my team who I don't trust or who I don't think that will have you guys best interest, right? So whoever is going to be interested in like that Tampa Bay, Wesley Chapel. Are you covering Riverview?
Yeah, of course.
Riverview, Land Lakes,
Yeah, Lutz, Lando Lakes,
Zephyr Hills.
Wesley Chapel, Zephyr Hills, even St. Pete's, I'll do. You have Clearwater, you have Tampa Bay, and everything in between. That's fine.
Yes, yes. So I'm excited about that. So probably her first video probably will be in the next 2 weeks
Hmm.
because of course it takes some planning to do because we're gonna go to Tampa and the Wesley Chapel area. Hold on.
Erlene said, "Good evening, everyone. God placed Katrina in your life for a reason. Your family not being in your life is their loss. God has your back."
Oh yeah.
That's my girl, first of all.
That's
That's
on everything.
like we speak obviously Monday through Friday consistently all day because with work and everything. But on Saturday, I'm like, I miss you. Do you miss me?
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't call me today. You didn't text me today. What's going on?
So I would do a short term rental. I don't do rentals, right? I just I don't really handle rentals. I'll handle rentals on like the side that I'm renting it. I'm helping a owner rent it out. But if if one of my clients, like let's say if they're under contract and they need a short term rental, right? Yeah, of course I'm gonna help them find it.
Mhm.
Karen said, does the Tampa area get a lot of hurricanes and high insurance premiums? So it's going to depend on the area, right? It's going to depend on if you're by the coast, because
Yeah.
there's some communities that do require like flood insurance and things like that.
Like
So
Tampa Bay, closer to the water, maybe it might be a little bit higher, but like Riverview, Brandon, and those areas, it's a little further inland. So, we had the hurricane, I think, in the last 3.5 years when I was in Riverview. We went through two hurricanes, and the only thing we were concerned about was the wind. The rain was, it was heavy, but we didn't have any flood, and we boarded up our windows, but there was no damage to the area, nothing
yeah.
crazy
There
there.
were there were some like areas in Tampa where it did get flooded in the sense of like you could see the water that had piled up.
Yeah. But it was closer, like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
and nothing necessarily catastrophic, not like the coast,
no,
right?
no, no,
Yeah.
not
So
at all.
I'm very excited for you guys to start seeing more of Katrina, especially on the channel. Oh, Janice said, "Oh my god, it's because I have food right next to me, so he's already just like he's looking at it. He gets you
He's
have
like a baby. He's the
yeah,
baby.
this is my baby. Look at him.
Uh-huh. He looks so handsome.
It's my baby, but he's looking at my food though.
Yeah, he sure is.
So, what's coming up this week? So tomorrow is going to be Kalesa Township. So they were going to use the Mulberry floor plan, which is, guys, it's a ginormous. Huh, I know. No, it's a ginormous house. It's 3,802 square feet.
Mm,
Oh my goodness. But the way it shows, it's 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms, 3-car garage. This one is fully fenced in and it has an in-ground pool. The reason why it has the in-ground pool and fully fenced in is because they built it because they were going to use it as the model. But then they changed their mind. So I'm showcasing that one tomorrow. And then Tuesday is going to be Haines City. It's a new community called Hamilton Bluff, and it's of a builder called DRB. So they have floor plans as low as like $296,000, and I think they have like 10 different floor plans. What I like about them is that you can choose one of their floor plans, the lots, and do some customizable options. So that's always great, and that price point you don't really see that too much. So that's that. And then like I said, in 2 weeks we're gonna start having Katrina on the channel for this showcasing like the communities in that Tampa Bay Wesley Chapel area.
mhm.
I think that's about it that I have. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm just so excited to tap in, to meet the people, to just show you guys that everything this side of Florida has to offer. And I can't wait. I
I know, I'm super excited.
can't wait. We have to do a sprinkle because
Hold
we're
on. We will do our sprinkle. Karen really loves Kalesa. I know, Karen. I know you love Kalesa. Janice says she loves dogs. I have 5 Strandbrad poodles. I think poodles are so cute and they are so smart. So, Mickey asked the price, and I'm pretty sure you're asking about the one in Kalesa. So that one was priced at $739,245. Don't ask how I remember that, but
memory.
my memory, yeah.
Memory is insane.
Guys, that house is ginormous. 2 floors, has a flex room, has a separate dining room, it has a large eat-in kitchen, large family room. That one has a gourmet kitchen. um a loft upstairs. Everybody technically has their own bathroom with the half bathroom downstairs. It's a really nice house. So I'm excited to showcase it on the channel tomorrow. But yeah, guys, so stay tuned. Make sure you give Katrina some love when you see her. And if anybody calls us about that Tampa Bay area, then oh, standard poodles. Okay. I didn't know. I was like, I thought you said standard, but it's yeah. Okay, standard poodles. Okay.
Huh?
Um, so if anybody's interested in that area, then Katrina will be taking care of you. You would be in good hands. I'm still a part of the process. I'm still a part of everything. I'm still a part of negotiations.
Still get Alexis, but you get a little sprinkle of me too. I'm there.
Yes, the both of best worlds. Yeah, I'm gonna eat right now. Give me. Oh, you want me to show our YouTube fam? Oh, okay. Hold on. So he made it looks a mess right now. So purple cauliflower mash,
Nice.
purple, and then here goes the chicken.
Color looks good, Vic.
Don't look bad. He probably gave me the best piece.
He knows, right?
Yeah. All right. Love you guys so much. I'm super excited. Katrina, thank you for coming on here, spending Sundays with us.
I miss you so much.
We gotta do our sprinkles. We got sprinkles. All right, love you guys. Have a great week. You guys know where to reach me. Bye.